What is up, guys? Thanks for clicking on the video. This was round 8 of the National Enduro Series. It was in Missouri, so it's kind of a closer one for us, which enabled us to have a lot of our buddies there all together and kind of hang out and have a really good weekend. Darren, Connor, and Weston started the trip out pretty good. They had a blowout. They must have hit like a nail or something like that. And
sell that on Feet Finder.
It even took out the whole fender on their trailer, and I passed that thing. It was not salvageable whatsoever. Despite the look on his face, Mickey practically begged me to go. So since it was such a close race, I was able to take him with me this time. I started doing that earlier this year, but it just got to be a lot stressful on him, me worrying about him while I'm racing. It was getting too hot. So this was the first time in a while that he's been able to travel with me, and it's really nice to have him back. I also wasn't 100% sure I took the right route to the place, but somehow I found it. I got there around noon just so I could watch the youth races. This was Destry's first National Enduro. Yeah, you ready?
Sure.
She finished 5th in her class. A top 5 for the first National is pretty dang good. And of course you got Cash, our 65cc ripper. And we've also got Cooper, who races the Super Mini class.
Yeah, buddy! Cooper! Go, Cooper!
Start a relay or
the rag, because you can just be like, what?
You don't have to worry about breaking your glasses.
No, they're already so broke. You can't break them anymore.
This is Kendall, a local Missouri girl who actually got 2nd overall on the entire day and Saturday, won her class, and then turned around for the Sunday race and got 2nd in the women's amateur class. I look forward to battling back and forth with her soon. Cooper had some really good lap times. He ended up 3rd on the day in his class.
Yeah! Stand up!
I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what Connor was looking for, but he definitely didn't find it.
Oh, there he is. Well, dinner. Eat him.
Turns out Bear has a good knack for catching crawfish, which was more important at the time. I don't really know what happened here, but regardless, he just kept hammering down that throttle, and Cash ended up with a 2nd in his class. Not only were the trails super awesome for Sunday, this place had some really unique features. The landowners built a building over a natural spring, which made it kind of like an indoor swimming pool. Contrary to what the video looks like, Connor did not catch a fish in this. It was just grass. Thank God for food, because if we had to hunt, we would probably be screwed.
What are you going to eat?
Pork chops.
After that, my favorite couple finally showed up. Shane and Sammy had arrived. Cody got there not long after. And as soon as he got there, we headed over to Gudish's van for an ultimate 5-course meal prepared by none other than Rachel herself.
Very nice.
All 12 came back home?
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
I could only imagine right now, Russ is telling one of his stories about his epic yard sales. And I am not talking about the kind of sale you visit on a Saturday at somebody's garage.
Are you ready?
So, per usual, we start underneath the inflatable. This guy lost his end cap somewhere probably in test 2. He rode the rest of the day like this. That packing ended up falling out completely. On to the important stuff. This track was super awesome. It was super dry though. That kind of made for a lot of problems, especially with the amount of people blowing past banners, ripping them down, knocking over stakes, taking down arrows. The place had a lot of sharp 90-degree turns. It was super easy to blow past a turn, and all of a sudden you see some wrong way arrows, and now you got to find your way back. but I don't think I came across a single person who hadn't had those same problems all day, so it ended up being a pretty level playing field and just required you to take it easy, slow down, and pay attention, which of course is not what I did. And yeah, the dust really sucked, but there is just nothing you can do this time of year, especially in this area. We just don't get a bunch of rain at the end of the summertime, early fall. And everybody's dealing with this, so it's not like it's a disadvantage for a single person. This place was super rocky too. Not your typical in-the-ground rocks. These rocks broke up and started moving around a lot the more that people rode over them. Those kind of rolly rocks make it kind of hard to predict what the bike's gonna do, especially in turns, for me at least. And looking back at the video, to the right, I can actually see the stake that got knocked over that said you're supposed to take a left and not keep going straight. I really feel like this place had the perfect mix between woods and lots of fast, straight, open stuff, in which I almost missed the turn on this one too. You can see everybody else's marks in the grass where they did the same thing. Same thing with this one, you can see where everybody's blown past this turn and gone exactly where I went. And the rider behind me almost followed me into that too. And this was another prime example of they had this stuff marked off with banner, but somebody had just run through it, and it is super hard to patrol every corner that anybody could ever possibly blow past. So it's not NEPG's fault, it's just what happens. It was just a really good thing they even put another banner and a wrong way sign way ahead of that corner just in case this happened. And that trail of dust in front of me is another rider blowing that same turn. Honestly, other than that, this place was super awesome. I really hope we race here again next year. Maybe next time though we can all get together and do a rain dance or something. From here on are bits from section 4. It was the shortest, but it was probably my favorite. Because the tests were so short at this race, the C classes had to do 5 tests total. I won 3 out of 5 tests and got second in the other 2. Our other riders from Oklahoma did really good. Brandon got 3rd in A250, Anthony got 4th in A200, Cody got 19th in B30, Shane somehow managed to squeeze out an entire race on his Stark Bard and managed a 4th in B30. Bear had an 11th in AA, and Weston got 9th in A Open. And last, and certainly least, Connor got 8th in B Open. I hope you were watching this video for a complete report on all the Okie riders. It was just super awesome to have everybody in one race. We'll get to continue that in a couple weeks, with Zinc Ranch being our local race. It's only about 40 minutes from my house, but I've only ridden there once, and that was the time that I broke my hand and smashed my face into the ground. Hopefully the race will be a little bit of a different story. Once again, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. That way you don't miss out these awesome, or lame, depending on your point of view, videos that I make. See you at the next Enduro. Bye!